SpongeBob drew a line on the ground, deciding to break up with Patrick. Just as he was about to build a tall wall, he suddenly noticed that Patrick's sandcastle had crossed the line, which was undoubtedly an act of provocation. SpongeBob cut the castle in half on the spot, and their friendship was completely over. They formed their own sandcastle armies, and a historic battle was about to break out. Not long ago, the two idiots were playing on the beach. SpongeBob threw a frisbee, but Patrick wasn't watching where he was going. The two salty fish were hit out of nowhere. Patrick messed up the beach completely. After complaints from the residents, they started building sandcastles. SpongeBob quickly finished one while Patrick was slower. SpongeBob had intended to help, but he accidentally knocked down Patrick's half-built castle. Patrick was furious. It turned out he had already paid someone to design the blueprint. Patrick retaliated by smashing SpongeBob's castle, and the two went their separate ways. While SpongeBob was building his wall, he found that Patrick's castle had crossed the line again. SpongeBob slashed at it with one swipe. Patrick sculpted a hammer and smashed SpongeBob's castle to pieces. This action intensified their conflict. A magnificent castle rose from the ground, and Patrick built one just as grand. SpongeBob wanted peace and brought a peace treaty. Patrick pretended to sign the document, but the next second, he rapidly assembled an army. Facing Patrick's determination to fight, SpongeBob had to prepare for battle. He used a catapult to rout Patrick's forces in an instant, then summoned soldiers from his castle. Patrick had to close the gates to defend, and in the nick of time, he built a cannon. Clearly, these soldiers feared the cannonballs, and soon, a modern tank appeared. But against Patrick's powerful mech, SpongeBob fired the first shot. SpongeBob called in a plane for a final showdown, causing the underground residents to flee in panic. In the end, both sides were left battered and bruised. They realized, no matter how they fought, it was the civilians who suffered. They finally understood the importance of peace.
Yes, I can!